Hello, how are you? Hope everything's good with you, and welcome to another daily dose of some gaming news. Today is going to be a short one. We are on the hangover of the Game Awards stuff. And with that said, I would like just to do some, it's only a few things here. We got, after the Game Awards, we got more information regarding a lot of stuff. And one of the games that I kind of complained. It's not a complaint, but I found it weird. Is this one Banishers, Ghosts of New Hidden? Supposedly it's an action RPG game. It's the developers from Life is Strange games. And in the trailer, I mentioned I saw the trailer at the time, and I mentioned on the video that I did from the yesterday's Game Awards stuff that I did went through a lot of stuff. I didn't mention this one, mainly because I found it weird on the trailer that the setting was seemed to me at the time like Nordic folklore centric stuff, like I don't know, Sweden, Norway, or that region there. And I found it weird at the time that they put one of the characters being of a different race, what historically usually is associated with that region at the time that's supposed to be taking place on. But now we have more information, and I have to conceive that my assumption was not correct. It seems so. It seems it follows the ghost hunters, and it even though it's a fantasy setting, but if it's set on with some historical stuff in our planet per se, it supposedly takes in North America around the 17th century. So it's possible and doable that this is story-wise that this female character is indeed in this region. It's more feasible, at least in my head, it's more feasible to do these kind of things. And from what we know, she's in the trailer we perceive that afterwards she is a ghost. Something supposedly went wrong while they're trying to banish ghosts and other spiritual beings. And I think it will revolve around trying to free Antia, which is the female character, from this curse per se. The combat, the short snippet of the combat on the trailer is like 5 seconds, if that most, or at least in gameplay footage. It seems very interesting to me how it is set up. She is the spirit, so she's like the scout per se, so she can perceive better these kind of things, and she's basically aiding this other fellow, which the name of him is here, Red MacRafe. From the accent, he seems like Ireland or Scotland or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken the accent. So we will see how it goes. The gameplay seems very intriguing, but the time when they went to fight, the trailer cuts off and goes for the end credit. But I stand corrected now, because my assumption at the time when I saw the trailer, it didn't give any, especially even the conversation between the characters seemed that it was like far away in northern UK or England, or in another place like Nordic Europe, which is historically, even though this is like a fantasy setting, historically usually the black characters don't appear there. So it sounds a little bit off for me, but with this I can see how it can fit in the setting itself. Regarding this game, it is not my correction, but my assumption at the time when I saw this without any further context. I found it a little bit weird when I saw the trailer itself. Regarding Elden Ring, just a little bit more info came out per se. at least I managed to filter out with time and more patience and to let things, the emotions settle down regarding all this great stuff that happened there. Okay, I can now I can confirm it. I went through the winners list, but okay, we got the resume here. There's best art direction, best game direction, best RPG, and game of the year. And something that I didn't notice when Miyazaki went after the GOTY award, despite the Bill Clinton stuff that happened with that poor kid. I don't know what. I saw some news. He's like a professional troll. Others that I don't know. Regardless, I saw that he mentioned, at least in the translation, he mentioned that they effectively are going to do more content for Elden Ring, besides the thing they already launched, the multiplayer, the Colosseum stuff. And yes, in conjunction with this, the Armored Core, because it's from the same studio, From Software, is going to be launched next year. So I saw a lot of projections and speculation that perhaps this more content, so single player content, might it be DLC story-wise, because there were some leaks on the patches that were launched regarding some hidden file names. Regarding DLC 01 with supposedly a legacy dungeon. I suppose it's like story dungeon, I'm not sure, because I didn't play the game. And also a lot of different stuff that it suits most with the single player content. I see a lot of projections and speculation that might happen, I don't know, first quarter or first half of next year. And that the Armored Core Fires of Rubicon should launch probably by the end of next year. I don't know, maybe October, November, I'm not sure. But regarding Elden Ring, this is the little info that I left out on the previous video because I was not paying attention specifically to this quote that Miyazaki mentioned when receiving the GOTY award, which is by the end of the show, which was the last thing they did, and then happened that thing with the kid. So a lot of stuff didn't came through, at least for me, and I saw another videos because I tried to see if I missed something, and I started watching other videos with how they perceive in commentary, and I saw that I missed this little tidbit of information. And last, Armored Core Fires of Rubicon, I saw the trailer like 3, 4, 5 times. I'm not sure now. I like the setting of mecha games, but usually they are because it's usually too much anime. For that, I prefer to watch a good anime series regarding mechas and whatever, or they are not my taste per se. And with the influence of Miyazaki, because I try to watch again other people commenting on this, because I'm not familiar with Armored Core series. I never played, at least my recollection, any of this game in this series. But I knew that From Software did at least with the direction Miyazaki, Armored Core 4 and For Answer or something like that. I'm not sure how it calls the sequel to Armored Core 4. But the influence and how the trailer is set up, it's we can take it like the Rubicon, the source of power that is mentioned in the press junket afterwards. I almost take it like a similar event like Dark Souls, which is there was nothing or everything was as it is, and then something happened. In this case, in this universe, is this source of energy that then explodes, consumed a star system, from what I perceive. and then it's similar to how the flame in Dark Souls appeared and expand. It was like the change of the how things were, and then the fact that it's these energy sources in Armored Core is basically like a damned energy thing. Still people go after it to try to control it. It's trying to control it. It's like the Dark Souls, the flame itself. You cannot control the flame. You cannot control this source of power. Basically, to a certain point you can manage, but you cannot control at your will. And basically it's the human condition of trying to go around this and not be able to do, even though they know they cannot, but they are going to try to do it anyways. It's a little bit how they go about it, especially in this setting. I'm not going to speculate in gameplay or anything else, except the themes they are trying to, that Miyazaki is trying to portray here. Even though the start development, it was passed on to Sekiro, the game director, which is, I also didn't play this game, but I know it's very fast-paced, very different combat from Dark Souls, so it's more parry-wise instead of like a dance. It's more it's more fast-paced and you need more, it's more skill-based per se, so you need to be more on your tip of your toes when you playing this game. And supposedly it's going to be similar, because from what I perceive, every Armored Core, the game is trying to be very fast-paced, even though I don't think mechas should be that fast-paced. But okay, I can believe that in the trailer, when the pace of the trailer, I like how they are fighting. So it's like not very slow, like a slog, not very like too fast, like an anime style cartoon. It's something in the middle that seems proper with the dimensions and the physics associated with something like a huge mecha robot. Similar, I like, for example, the pace on the movie of Guillermo del Toro, the one with the mech ones. I forget the name now. I like that one. If I remember the name, meanwhile I'm talking, I will let you know. Meanwhile, I can let us check here. Just indulge me here. IMDb, because I got, sorry about the slow internet. So where is it? Should be around here. Trollhold, Water. Where are you? Pacific Rim. That's right, sorry. I'm sorry it took this long to remember. I like how the physics kind of protect it. Okay, it's a little bit slower because they are huge. Like almost 10 times the size of what it is portrayed here on this trailer. But it's this kind of motion that I like, and the fact that it is from software, and how the teams are going to be approached there. I hope the gameplay is in conjunction with this and it melds well. And yeah, this is for at the moment the news that I wanted to explore a little bit. For the time being, I will see if I can get more info on other stuff that I cover from my thoughts on the Game Awards, to get you a more detailed look on the things that came out, especially trailers. So usually trailers at the show didn't put any context, any press releases from the developers or anything, so we have to take it at face value without further context at the time. I will cover those things throughout the days, because I think the gaming news should take a little bit of lull, because we are entering the Christmas season, but we will see. I will bring as much as I can, and so I'm going to wrap up for today for here. And as usual, I'm going to direct you to my GoGetFunding to see if we can manage to get my PC upgrade for work, for me to do more and better work for my private clients. At the moment, I'm just doing basically written content, and I want to improve and give more written content and also image quality stuff, and also video editing and possibly other stuff. And of course, in my free spare time, I will continue to do my videos and hopefully resume my gameplays for all the games that I missed throughout these 6 years now. But yeah, this is it. I will wrap up here, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I hope you have an awesome day. So until then, Kunamy Master 1.